This is the NC-70 Blyskawica. It is a Tier 10 Polish tech tree tank destroyer, and it is a vehicle which features one of the weirdest gun mechanics in the game. The further you are away from your opponent, the less damage you deal, and the closer you are, the more damage you deal. There is still RNG in your rolls, but let's say you are 50 meters or less from your opponent, well, you're going to be rolling 800 damage, which can be less than a 10-second reload. But if you're 300 meters away from your opponent, you could be dealing 300 damage. So this vehicle is going to be a front line tank destroyer. However, the armor is going to be very supporting of that. Making our way over to Armor Inspector, we can see that, yeah, this tank's got a lot of frontal protection. Its upper plate's around 290 millimeters thick on the flat, and the upper part's upwards of 300. And using the 7 degrees of gun depression this vehicle features, the upper plate is now 340 to 50 millimeters thick. Now, it does have a fairly weak lower plate that's only about 200 mils, and it also has these cutouts on the corner underneath the track, which you can shoot. But I don't think those are going to be a huge weak spot for the most part. Side scraping is also pretty dang bad, so you're not going to be able to use it like a YAG. Essentially, you're going to drive this thing hull down, hide the lower plate, and use it like a beast. But man, this thing looks like an absolute beast with the armor it does have going for it. And when you pair that with the fact it's got 4,500 effective DPM with just my loadout, a loadout like Quickie Baby is probably looking more like 5k DPM, but that's mainly because of the fact I am running passive safety system, which gives you more HP and better crew protection rather than just a slightly better reload. But that reload will give me about 4,800 DPM versus the 4,500. I just don't see it being that necessary when it already has so much. So in today's video, we are going to be playing this tank, testing its overall capabilities, and I'll be letting you know whether I think this is a worthy tank to grind or a vehicle that should be sitting in your garage and collecting dust. Let's head straight into the battlefield. Here we are in game number 1. Rather surprisingly, there aren't really any Blyskawicas on the enemy team apart from 2. I would have thought the entire matchmaker would be flooded with these tanks, but I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that it's brand new and not many people have gotten it yet, or maybe the matchmaker's really trying hard not to throw them in everybody's face. But either way, we are going to use the mobility of this tank and try and head towards the mid and get frontline. The standard has about 290 mils of APCR pen. The premium has around 321 mils of pen, so it's a 30 pen difference between the two. Also, did I accidentally reload before my intuition, or do I not have intuition trained on this vehicle? Because I should. Weird. Why do I not have intuition on this tank? My crew must be messed up on this tank. Well, it's not the biggest problem ever. I can fix my crew after this. I just literally swapped a tier 2 crew onto this tank and retrained it, so I must have missed if it had intuition or something like that. Either way, we can see our Foch and Leopard are cutting off towards the mid. We ourselves are going to be heading right over towards this hull down ramp on the side here. And it looks like we actually will be shooting at an enemy Blyskawica in the opening. Oh, we also got an IS-7 crossing. Alright, well, okay then. My RNG is not considered the best sometimes, guys. I will admit that right now. Unfortunately, we do not have a fast enough reload to get the shell out. Just can't believe we literally missed the flat open of the IS there. Alright, well, we're already getting hit by enemy artillery, which is always a fun prospect and an enjoyable one at that. We are going to poke the VK-72, though, because I want to see if we can cut through his tank. So, there you go. VK bounces me, which means we can drive right on up. And nice! 900 damage. Now, that is crazy. Of course, we are being peppered by enemy artillery. Yep, already down. Almost all of our health, just from, well, not all of our health, but you know what I mean. We've lost a decent chunk of HP to artillery, but we get another shell into the VK-72. Even though the already is bleeding us out, guess what? We are bleeding out this enemy VK-72. We're going to reload again, and there you go. 901 shot into his tank. We're just going to wiggle here. Hopefully we get a bounce. Don't know if that's going to happen. Now we can just back on up, and I'm going to let my 268 version 4 aim in on his tank. Oh boy, we love artillery. I can't. Well, hopefully, oh man, our 268 V4 does not hit the shot on the enemy VK. Maybe our Panzer will. I'm just trying to get out of the firing line of these enemies' artillery because they're just really annoying. That's really all there is to say. They're just really annoying at this point. Alright, well, we've done pretty good. Our V4 is dead. Unfortunate. But we are at 2,500 damage already, which is quite good when you realize that all we've done is YOLO a VK-72 and get 2 bounces from his tank as well. I can't tell if he fired heat or not, but still pretty good result. We know that they probably have TDs in the back. I'm just going to wait for my Panzerkampfwagen 7 to push up. However, I'm not actually seeing anything over here, so I'm going to try and push up with my VK possibly. And we'll see if I can maybe get a shell into the rear of one of these guys over here. Let's see. And pulling up, pulling up. Oh, not able to hit him. But we do have the Panzerkampfwagen, and there you go. 622 damage shot, and we almost just died to a 4005. I almost just had my life flash before my eyes. Gonna be real. Alright, let's aim it on the enemy Blyskawica, and we should be able to pen him from this angle. There you go, 785 damage shot. We're gonna... Oof, he does manage to hit us there. Alright, we are going to aim probably more towards the 4005 at this point, but we do have the enemy... Oh, I just don't want to get hit by the 4005. That's the major player. Oh boy, artillery still hitting us. Nothing I can do about that. Alright, let's just back out for a little bit. We shouldn't be spotted if we keep backing up, so I think we should be alright. 4005's getting hit pretty hard. I'm thinking at this point, especially with the 100 over here, that maybe we can flex towards this ramp and help the Leopard 1. That's what I'm kind of thinking. We'll see. I'm going to wait right around here, and we'll see if that E100 tries to pull up and shoot our Leopard or not. Either way, we've done a lot. We've done 4,000 damage, and we still have 750 health left, which is pretty good. So, we'll see. E100 does shoot my teammate, and the enemy Blyskawica drives out in the open, and we're able to clear him. So, at least we were able to help our Leopard a little bit. That's always a good feeling. Alright, let's reload again, and we have our shell at this point. Let's see, let's see. I'm just going to wait right here. I'm not going to go for it. Well, E100's not looking at me, though, so you know what? I will go for it. And there you go, 769 shot. Again, this gun hits incredibly hard. It's actually kind of crazy how hard it hits. Looks like our 277 poked a little bit wide there because that was shot by the grill. Our Leopard is going to make the crossing, and there you go. Grill does get spotted. So I'm not able to hit the grill from there, though. Okay. I'm just going to push up, and we'll see if I can maybe rush the grill. I think that's the plan here. I'm not even going to bother loading HE. There's no real advantage to loading HE in this tank. From this distance, we can just fire a AP shell and roll basically the same damage. Well, I guess at this point it doesn't even matter. But I'm just going to try and get the grill cleared. There you go. 326 damage shot. That's over 5,000 damage dealt. And even though we have gotten absolutely peppered by artillery this game, it did not stop us from being able to do pretty good here. So, yeah, not a bad result for me. Our Blyskawica gets the clear, and I'm just going to wait right here for the artillery to get spotted, and we're going to get the kill on him. Come on. Where are you? Oh, he's over there. I don't know why. My brain just thought he was over here, so I didn't even think to look there. Oh well, 5,200 damage is a solid game, and I think it really showcases where this tank could be quite stupid. I mean, I literally almost full HP killed that VK-72, and he couldn't even counter me. The only reason we were in a bit of trouble was because the artillery kept pegging us over and over. But our vehicle itself literally sat there hull down, crapped on the VK. He bounced us twice because of the armor being so strong. He had no real way of cutting through us. Remember, the armor I was showcasing on the Blyskawica here is against APCR. If we compare it to, let's say, a tank that has heat, something like we can go pull out the VK-72, for example, I don't even know where the heck it is. Yeah, here we go. If we pull out something like the VK-72 that fires heat, we can see that just using this gun depression makes the armor upwards of 390 to 350 at weakest, which means that he had at best a 30 to 20% chance to cut through our vehicle, which again is kind of crazy. So we did second on the team. Not bad at all. We actually did top for XP, which is surprising, judging that we are driving a tank destroyer. And, I mean, yeah, we absolutely deleted that poor VK player. I have to say, for our first battle played in the tank, definitely felt kind of crazy. Again, I'm not really sure why intuition isn't trained on this crew. There's not as many Blyskawicas in the matchmaker as I would think, but there are a lot of tank destroyers in this game. 3 Blyskawicas, 2 Foch Bs, then we got a Stritson 268V5, and an E4. Holy pain. I'm not exactly sure where I want to drive in this game. They do have 3 heavies, VZ-75, E100, and a Panzerkampfwagen 7. I'm thinking about going to the Zeppelin. I just really don't see where else you would drive this vehicle. It's mainly meant to be a frontline tank destroyer. And with the way the Alpha works, if you're camping in it, you're just losing effective capabilities. We saw the first game I played that I rolled the enemy VK-72 when driving this vehicle frontline. And I think that's where I'm going to make the clear distinction on my playstyle versus how other people are going to play this tank. I'm going to play this like a 268 version 4, just hopefully being able to hide the lower plate, where other people might play a little bit more passive. I just think that even if you do get penned, if you're able to roll somebody for 800 on a 10-second interval, it doesn't really make much of a difference. You're going to outtrade them any day of the week. Especially once these tanks stop being played, it's just going to be stronger and stronger. So, we'll see. We will indeed see. But I am going to move up a bit. We can see the one BZ-75 has been spotted. I'm just going to push right over here, and we will see if anybody gets detected rolling up to this side. Right now, I'm not seeing all too much, apart from that BZ who was last spotted back there. We can see the enemy Blyskawicas are camping. So, as I expected, I just find it always quite ironic when you see tanks that are mainly designed to not camp, still camping in the back of the map. Alright, well we got the Panzer, we got the BZ, not able to hit them, and oh boy, we got a Foch B in the back. Alright, well I'm not too worried about the Foch. Tank can't really even pen me effectively, but is still obviously a dangerous foe. But there you go, 763 off the enemy Panzerkampfwagen 7. And we already have another shell loaded, so we're just going to aim it on him again, and there you go, 804 off the Panzerkampfwagen 7. Just like that, we have dealt 1,500 damage. I mean, that is insane. What? Oh my. Alright, well, already we've been able to deal quite a bit this game. I don't want to be shot by his tank, so hopefully our Rhino does that. I don't know what our Rhino's doing, actually. Dude's missing a few brain cells to poke like that. But we are going to wait here. And we also have the BZ in the back, but I'm not able to hit the BZ as of yet. So I'm just going to kind of patiently wait, and there you go. 200 damage, clearing that player. Okay, pretty good stuff. I see the E100 in the back, and, love to get a shell into that E100, and I don't think it would be very hard to either. But I also feel like it's pretty important to try and hold this flank over here. I mean, the BZ's not going to pen me, so that's the good news. Alright, well, I'm thinking I'm going to move over towards this side of the map, where the rest of these guys are. Maybe we'll be able to get some bonks out into the E100. Let's see. Let me just back up a bit, and keep on backing up, and keep on backing up. I'm going to use this minnow as cover if I can. Let's see, let's see. Alright, there we go. Well, unfortunately our Rhino did get cleared. Actually, you know what? I might just be able to back up this hill, like so. Aiming. Ooh, ooh, very close. Yeah, nice. 577 damage shot into the enemy E100 there. Not bad at all. Okay. The accuracy on this tank feels surprisingly good, and you wouldn't think that from this tank, but it seems to hit the majority of its shots. No, that one did not pen. Oh well. I'm just going to back up further, and what I'm hoping is that if we get all the way back here, we can kind of hit the 100 in maybe a better spot. I don't know. At this point, I'm going to try and help my teammate, but Yeah, our BZ's getting nuked by that Foch. Oh, we also got the Lion back there. Okay, well, let's see. There you go, we got the shell out, but they have another frickin' Foch B, bro. Like, both Foches are camping back there. What the heck? This is the one part of World of Tanks I don't love, and that is, basically, if you make any play, you just get clipped by something camping and spawn. It's very annoying, personally. It's the one thing I don't like about World of Tanks. It's just the excessive amount of punishment you get for making a play, which shouldn't be the case. I feel like if you beat the enemy heavies, you should get rewarded, not punished for it, but what do I know? Either way, we've got the enemy BZ in the back. Let's see if he pokes showing his hatch. Yep, there you go. 662 damage shot. That was probably a decent chunk of distance away there, so I'm actually surprised we were able to hit him so hard. Alright, not too bad, though. We have the 268 version 5 spotted, and he's getting hit pretty hard, but our Foch is also getting nuked in the process, so that's not great. He dies. We have the enemy Foch B and the E4 in the back. Okay. Well, as much as I want to hit these guys, I also know that I really can't hit them at this current position. Oh boy. That's not what I want. Alright, let's just chill here for now, I guess, and hope that we don't get shot. I mean, our T-100's in a pretty good position to cover us, so let's just poke this bush here. And he's dead. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see if that enemy Blyskawica pokes, and he's close to. Oh, there you go. But look at that, 280! Like, what is that, bruh? 280? That is so actually horrible. That is incredibly sad. Wow. Alright, well, that's a great example of the damage drop-off at distance. If you're shooting at players at a distance with this tank, that hurt my soul there a bit. I don't know how that missed. Come on, 3, 2, 1. That definitely hit him. It disappeared, so it had to have hit his tank. It's just me and another Blyskawica over here. Alright, well, I'm going to back off this hill for now. And if we can back off fast enough, we should be okay. Come on, keep backing up, keep backing up. Holy slow. That's the one thing that sucks about the field mod I put on my tank is my reverse speed, but we were able to get into cover, which is obviously quite nice. Alright, so what I'm hoping is when the E4 pokes, we can bonk him. Just drive right over. Alright, well, the E4 did shoot, so I'm just going to drive. Oh, well, I guess we got the Foch. Okay. Alright, that's a classic World of Tanks moment there. I have nothing else to say. And unfortunately, our Blyskawica backed up in the worst possible route, so at this point, it's not looking very good for our team. I'm going to try and track the E4. We were able to track him, which is exactly what we wanted. So really what I'm hoping now is that this Foch kind of struggles to pen us, but, oh, he did bounce that one. There you go, 923. I mean, we did a pretty solid result here, to be real, and if this E4 stays being stupid, we might just be able to out-reload him, which we were, and we actually got the clear on that E4. I don't know how we're not dead, but we aren't. Not that it matters too much. There you go, 561 into that player. Oh my rat, we're still alive. Holy, what the hell. Alright, well, we have the 200 on our rear, and the Foch is still probably on reload, so we're just going to push up. Hopefully we can kill the Foch. He bounces me once. What? Oh, we lagged, bro! No, there's no way we lagged! There's no way that we just lagged. I mean, it didn't matter. We would have died, but I just can't believe the moment I fired, our game lagged and screwed us like that. Oh, man. Either way, this tank is insane. 6,500 damage, and we literally held that flank on our own. Like, what the heck did we just do there? We got really unlucky on some of our shots, especially that one aiming in on the Foch. I don't know where that shell landed, but should have definitely hit. Either way, I had a lot of fun, and wow, 6,746 damage in total. We got double the next highest XP on the team, and even damage at that. What the absolute heck. Okay, this tank is a little insane. I kind of figured that this tank would be a little busted, especially if you're a player like me that likes to drive aggressive. If you camp in this tank, you're not going to do anything. Those shells we hit on the enemy Blyskawica in the back of the map, if we go back over to the battle hits here, and we take a look at that game, The shells that we hit on that one Blyskawica did literally nothing. Like, we can find it. 2 shots, total damage 566. That is less than a single roll that I've gotten into other players. But the thing is that you can literally crap on people frontline. I mean, 2 shots, we took 1,500 off that Panzer Kampfwagen in 7. Dude is already down to a 1 shot for us. And we took 900 off of the E4, like our 1 roll. The capabilities of this tank in a frontline position are insanely busted, especially if you pair it with the armor and the DPM. I think that this tank is an incredibly formidable opponent. If you like to camp, this is not the tank for you, and I would not recommend to get this vehicle. Go for a WZ-113 GFT if you like to camp. You're going to get similar armor capabilities on a gun that just has a flat 750 alpha. But if you want a vehicle that is able to sit hull down, get bounces, and literally rain death on your opponents, then the Blyskawica is the way to go. 2 battles played, 5,978 average damage, and what an absolutely crazy vehicle. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.